Przybyla now. She's a senior political reporter for USA Today. And welcome back to the program. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not like we're expecting a contested convention on the Democratic side. I mean, we're kind of almost expecting yet. We may have a contested convention on the Republican side. It's not like that on the Democratic side, right?
No, but kudos to Bernie Sanders for continuing this to the point where his campaign is now even talking about such a thing. The Democratic insiders on both sides, frankly, Shep, that I talked to say that's not going to happen. What you're talking about right now is optics, and the optics are not great for Hillary Clinton at this particular point, because if she loses tonight, which the polls are indicating she will in Wisconsin, that will mean she's lost 6 of the past 7 races. So the optics aren't good, but the math and the fundamentals that Ed cited are essentially the same. It's a solid strategy that she's built her campaign on in terms of gobbling up these delegates, even in states where he's winning. And next it will come to New York and states like California and Pennsylvania. When you look at it, Shep, think about it. Bernie Sanders would have to win about 60% of all remaining competitions. Where are the only places where he's done that? In his home state of Vermont and in neighboring New Hampshire. Hasn't happened anywhere else.
And they'd like to get President Obama involved, but now it looks like that strategy's changed too, if you believe Politico. Like they can't roll out Obama kind of doing some campaigning yet, because it's not like he can say no to, you got to keep this thing all, fun.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's
as long as this is perceived rightly as a contested, I think that's the operative word, race. It's not really kosher for the president to tip his hand, even though we know behind the scenes the president is very much supporting Hillary Clinton. But I wouldn't expect him to get involved, frankly, until this thing is buttoned up. And if you want an accurate barometer of when that probably will not be until the very end in California, when it becomes clear that she's decisively boxed him out of this. But it's not going to be a contested convention, which, if you notice the news today, Shep, also is that 2.5 million number that the Clinton campaign is now citing. That is the lead that she has in votes, not delegates, but actual popular votes. So the Clinton campaign is now saying for any superdelegates to switch their support, which is what they'd have to do, would be fundamentally undemocratic and against the will of the voters.
Pressure's on. Heidi Przybyla, thanks a lot. The longer this goes on, the more the Clinton campaign has to spend money in a Sanders contest and not move on to the general election.